press play. Let's see what ridiculousness comes out. Welcome to the worst podcast ever, where we discuss important topics of cultural relevance. And so inquiring minds want to know, we have Rosie, the Ollie Good, the famous, infamous worship leader at SOJO. So how did you get this incredibly beautiful, wonderful, majestic, tree by streams of living water name, Rosie? Because that's not your legal name. That's not your government name, is it?
No, that's not my government name.
What's your government name?
My government name is Landis.
Landis what? Is it just Landis?
No,
like you're like
Landis
Prince?
Alley Good. If you have
Is there a middle name?
Well, legally my middle name is Landis Scott Alley Good. So
Landis Scott. So are you kin to Michael Scott?
No, unfortunately.
No. Are you an Office fan?
I love The Office.
What's your favorite episode?
Oh, gosh.
Favorite cold opening. Like, this is important stuff, guys. Like, this is theologically relevant to the human condition right here.
I loved when Dwight faked the fire drill. That was hilarious.
That's so overplayed. Like, that's
but
the
it was
obvious
so funny.
answer. You gotta kill that one. Obvious answer.
Okay.
Like, by far, agreed 100%. The best cold opening of The Office ever. So second to that. So let me go first.
Okay.
Kevin's Chili.
I knew you were going to say that.
Kevin's Chili, man. It's about the anchovies and the onions that get baked in the middle and then watching him get on the floor and scoop the chili off the floor.
That is a really
I just
good
picture,
one.
like, what is the set crew thinking when this is happening? Like, who has to clean that up? What does Kevin do after he, like, does this scene?
Yeah.
Like, he's covered in chili.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's my like favorite. Or number two,
Okay.
Asian Jim.
Dang.
Asian
You
Jim.
stole literally my other two.
Asian Jim. Asian Jim by far.
That one's hilarious. Identity theft is not a joke.
Bears beats
Battlestar Galactica.
Amen. So yeah, Rosie. So like, tell me about Rosie. Like, how'd you get that nickname?
I got that nickname because we were sitting in a staff meeting one time. And I don't even remember what was happening, but like my face just like went red. So then everybody was like,
probably because I said something ridiculous.
I don't know. Something like that happened. I don't know exactly what.
Am I a mean boss or a good boss?
Oh my gosh, you're a good boss. You're
Tell
not
me
a
why.
mean
Tell me
boss.
why. What is my greatest characteristics as a boss?
Greatest characteristics. Let's see. Well, you're a strong leader, so like that's always good. Like you know
like
what you want.
physically strong?
Well, okay. Yes, you are physically strong, I guess. I mean, I've never had to
Just
test
for my
that,
wife.
so.
Betsy, I love you.
Oh my gosh. Man, now I lost my train of thought. So
Choo-choo.
you have you have clear vision, like you know what you want and where you want to go, which is something that I love because vision is so important and it just helps us thrive and also know kind of like where we're going. So I would say that's like my top.
So what do you do here at SOJO?
Oh man. So
List everything. Bullet point by bullet point.
by term, it's creative arts director, but what that means is
That sounds really bougie right
it
there.
does sound
like
bougie,
Creative
and I kind of like it.
arts. I am the director of creativity for the arts.
Yes.
Like,
It
that sounds bougie.
Yeah, it does.
Like, when you put it like that, I direct the creativity of the arts of our church. Like, I'm serious. Like, that is like a really cool thing.
Yeah.
So like, what do you love about that?
I love like the fact that so much of my passion and my heart is what I get to do as a job. Obviously, like worship ministry is my heart, and so like that's my biggest thing is getting to lead people in worship and finding ways to creatively do it. And so like when that clicks, that's so much fun. But then like there's also the other side of it with communications of just putting things out, connecting with people, making sure they know what's going on here.
That doesn't sound too creative at all. That sounds very administrative.
That part is more administrative, which is also something that I love. Like, I'm an administrative person at heart.
Which is really crazy for an art person.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
most worship artists, like, wear skinny jeans and, like,
yeah,
little frilly sometimes,
yes,
and all that stuff like that. And so that's a unique dynamic to be administrative and creative at the same time. Like, by far, very cool.
Yeah. So.
What else?
Oh gosh, I do a lot. I'm trying to think of what I do.
All right. What do you love? Like,
What do I
paint me a
love?
picture.
Okay.
If you are here doing this thing, seeing this thing, feeling this thing, like, paint me that picture, like when joy and the Spirit, like, just takes over in you. Like, what does that look like?
I would say like on the worship side, Sunday mornings, leading people
what?
in worship.
Tell me, like,
So like
paint me a
watching the
picture.
whole room just connect in worship, and
How do you know when that's happening? Like, is there something you see? Is it something you feel? Like, what is it that you know that people are like we're in unison together?
a lot of it is honestly like visual cues of just seeing people around the room, whether it's closing their eyes, raising their hands. Some people jump, some people clap. We've even had some shouts before, which is a lot of fun, and I love that because...
Should we add a tambourine to the mix?
No
tambourines.
No. Please do not add a tambourine.
No tambourines.
That would be...
Flags?
I've not worked a lot with flags before. So...
What about like the girls who like do the Napoleon Dynamite dances? You want some of that?
Are you talking like interpretive dance?
Yeah.
That might be interesting to incorporate at some point.
That's political talk for right?
Like, I don't know. It's something that we could try for sure. Yeah. I'm not going to say like absolute hard pass on it.
So if you've ever watched a politician duck questions, like that was it right there. Literally like, yeah, never. All right.
Sorry.
So you see people raising their hands. You hear the room. Like, what does it do in you?
It honestly, like, it fills me up just as much as what I'm doing fills them up. Like, as
so
much
you're saying that the audience is literally pouring life into you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's because
and then
for me,
because they pour into life, you pour more life into them, and it becomes this beautiful crescendo, like music.
Yeah, because in here on Sunday mornings, like, this is the closest taste of heaven that you're gonna get on earth.
Okay, pause. Why is that? Like, that is a very strong statement. Worshiping the Lord with God's people in spirit and truth is the closest thing to heaven that we're going to experience this side of heaven. Like, unpack that theologically as best as you can. She is a Liberty grad, so, if any of my friends at Liberty University are watching this, please judge, please critique, please comment down in there. So, like, this is Landis, like, expressing what she spent probably $90,000 to $100,000 on for the last 4 to 8 years of her life. How many years did it take you to get through college?
It took me 7. No,
perfect.
It did not take me 7 years to get through college. It took me 4 to get through college.
Good job. You're normal. You did it just normal. So you're not a high achiever. You're not a low achiever. You're just average.
Correct.
That's lovely. It's lovely to be average.
Yes.
Okay, so.
All right. So I mean, what I mean by that is churches in general. Like, this is not just SOJO. This is.
When you say church, you're talking about buildings or people?
People. It's a melting pot of people from all walks of life with all different things that they're going through. But then also, like, you've got people from different nationalities who speak other languages. Like, you've got such a big melting pot of people who are different from each other. And every person is different from the next. And, what brings us all together and the unifier in that is that we're all believers. Meaning...
What do we believe in?
We believe in the Lord. We believe in Jesus.
Oh,
gosh.
Jesus.
Oh, gosh.
Jesus. Yeshua.
Yes. And so coming together, all of the things that make us different from each other tend to fade away in this room in worship. And the only thing that matters is glorifying the Lord. And in heaven, that's what we're going to exist to do. Endless praise for eternity. And so, like, to me, sitting in this room on a Sunday morning is really almost like heaven on earth, of getting to experience a taste of what this is going to be like.
And that's what we mean by sanctuary. I think that word sanctuary has become like a term of, like, destination.
Yeah.
Not like a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like, coming into this spot, like, realizing that, I've been on this Psalm 1 trip, right? So, just a little bit, right? Just Psalm 1 is, like, just oozing out of me. But, like, when I think about that tree that's planted by water, sitting down underneath that tree, like, that is probably the most peaceful place on earth where you can allow everything to fade away and everything to go. And so that's what I hear you saying is like when you come into this room, and it has nothing to do with this room, right?
Right.
It's the people that join together.
Yeah.
And you get to lead us in that. Like, how, like, tell us the range of emotions that goes through you Sunday to Sunday, like even like 2 weeks ago, where you wake up and you're full of anxiety and stress. And then, like, can you walk us through that moment? Like, be vulnerable, be transparent.
So that moment, there was a lot that had been going on just leading up to that moment. Bryson and I had moved into a new house that weekend, and we were trying to get settled there. And then we had our women's event on Saturday, and then waking up on Sunday, it was like, boom, instant anxiety.
You act like you had to work hard that week or something like that.
Worked
a full 40-hour week. Friday moving all day. Didn't know if you're going to get the keys to the house. Didn't know if the electricity is going to get put
stressful.
on. You know, the moving truck doesn't come till 6 p.m. and like all this stuff. And then women's event the next day, and you wake up on Sunday and you're like, what?
It was just, I opened my eyes and I was instantly anxious. And for me, anytime there's a new change in my life, I expect to be thrown out of just kind of my normalcy. And it takes me a week or two to kind of just get back in the groove of things and find like my new normal and my new pattern. And so there is some anxiousness that comes with that, but this was different. And this has happened to me before of, like I wake up and I'm just anxious for no reason. Like there's not something that I have that I'm just distinctly anxious about. It's just, oh my goodness, I'm anxious. And
it's like anxiousness is a piece of clothing. And it just put itself on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, the last time it happened was
it's like a snuggie, like a wet a wet snuggie. Like it's heavy, it's hot, it's weighty.
Yes.
Probably a little old, moldy, all that stuff like that. So not a good thing.
No. And so for me, like the last time that happened, it literally ruined my whole day. And it wasn't.
Stop. So what do you mean ruined your whole day? Like put us in the place.
So I woke up and my heart was pounding out of my chest that time. And I was just crying for no reason. And like I'd be fine for a little bit, but then instant tears again. And it was just that process and that pattern all day.
Like a wave, like a set of waves would wash over you, but not in a good way, in a horrible way.
Yeah, it was just continual.
And so you wake up that morning and you're feeling that feeling.
Yeah.
Walk us through the next hour.
So then I was honestly kind of just like really, it added more stress to me to wake up and be like that, because I'm thinking, okay, this is a Sunday. Like it's not just another day. Like this is the day that I have to kind of be like on my game and on top of things. And
got to put the face on.
Yes.
Got to perform.
Yes. And there's a lot, especially as a ministry leader, like there's so much that kind of rides on you where it's like you can't really afford to be the one that's out, like, and not that it was like, okay, I'm not coming to church today, I'm anxious, but you just have to find a way to function even in the midst of your anxiety. And so for me, I was trying to do that. And I got in my car, started driving here, and for me, like I'm more of an emotionally closed off person. Unless
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I just learned that.
Yeah.
Just learned it.
And so, I was just going to kind of go about my day and not say anything to anybody about just what I was feeling other than Bryson. I think at that point I had already texted him and been like, I'm really anxious. Pray for me. And, but then I got into the parking lot and it was just in my mind constantly, text the staff and tell them what's going on. Because like we have that kind of relationship with each other that when we're struggling, when things are hard, like we can come to each other about it. Which is something that I love. And so I just threw it in our group chat that we have, and I just said, hey, I'm feeling really anxious this morning. Can you guys just pray for me? Because the last time I woke up and it was like inexplicable anxiety, it was just a bad day for me. And so I sent that out, and like instantly people were praying for me. And Kyle, gosh, I love him. He came up to me.
Who's Kyle, just for everybody else to know?
He is our production coordinator, so he works in our tech booth, making sure everything is running smoothly.
Do you know he has a nickname?
No.
His nickname is Animal from the Muppet Babies.
That's funny. And so,
for those who don't know, Animal plays the drums.
So he came up to me before rehearsal started that morning, and he was just like, don't even pay attention to what's going on back there. Like, you just kind of be, like, just be. And, you know, I've got
Like
everything that's going on back there.
Just be.
Yeah.
Embrace the tree. Embrace the tree.
And so there was just, you know, a lot of people in my corner just being like, we've got you, you know. And then you came in that morning to do your sermon run through, and you got through with that. We did our last song, and you were like, you told Betsy, hey, don't let anybody not go in there and lay hands on this person. Like, please go in there and lay hands on her and pray with her and
Betsy's
for her.
Betsy's a good lady. I like her.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, I like her.
And so they went back there and prayed for me. And honestly, slowly as the day kind of kept going on, in the first service, I still felt a little bit of that anxiousness. But then, like, it was honestly just by the end of first service, or really by the end of the worship set in first service, it was like nothing. And that was really in that moment for me, as I was reflecting on it, it was like I truly in that moment experienced peace that passes all understanding.
Pause. What does that mean? I experience peace that passes all understanding. Because that's a Bible verse, by the way.
Yes.
Look it up. Philippians, I think.
Yeah. For me, it was, normally this thing takes me out. Normally this is the thing that just ruins my whole day and shifts my mindset to be completely negative. But then, you know, through prayer and praise, I wasn't there, and I experienced peace, and like anxiety left, like it just didn't exist.
Gone completely.
Yeah.
Seriously, completely gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like that was just, I've always, you know, you always hear about it, like just pray about it, you know, pray and shift your mindset. But for me, I think that was the first time that like I had tangibly experienced it, you know, because most of the time, I'm doing it by myself, of like praying and like, Lord, you know, just change my mind and help me to recenter on something else. But then other people behind me praying for me and encouraging me, and then also being in this room and praising the Lord, like it really did just take it all away. And it was so good to experience.
I mean, it's like a lot of people go through that. You know, a lot of people, especially today, are struggling, riddled with anxiety. And, you know, most people will pray, but most times that doesn't take it away. And so, like, one thing I hear you saying is, like, it wasn't just the prayers, it was the community of people. Because, like, if we believe the Bible, which I hope you do.
I do.
Good. Cover to cover.
Yes.
Genesis to Revelations,
yes.
all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, there's power in our spirit.
Yeah.
Power. And so other people's spirit ministering to you because they got the same Jesus that you have. And it reminds me of the thing we were talking about, the Pacesetter event the other day, which was, you know, the giant redwoods and how their root system is, you know, shallow and interconnected, and literally they can feel if another tree is suffering.
Yeah.
And so they literally, like, they'll send nutrients that are designated for them to that tree to heal. So that's what I hear you saying, is like your church family that you typically lead is now ministering to you.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about it like that, what's it bring up in your head?
Honestly, how cool is it that, like, I just love what I get to do. Because most people, they don't work a job where, you know, they also leave filled. Like, most of the time, it's just one way. It's not reciprocated. But then, like, there's also this idea of, like, I would say they know that I'm human and I can be vulnerable and authentic with them, which, you know, growing up as somebody who saw somebody in, you know, pastoral ministry, like, that's not common. You don't you don't get to be vulnerable and authentic with people. Like, you just, whatever problems you have, you leave them in the car when you walk through the door. Like, yeah, it's just,
You'll be like Madonna in Vogue.
yeah. So, you know, to find a place where you can just, you know, even if you're having a day as a ministry leader, like, to have people come around you and just surround you with prayer and love is truly just so different from the typical church culture.
Say more. Like, I mean, that's, so Landis, you've had lots of church hurt.
Yes.
Lots. Just kind of run down some of the church hurt real quick. We don't need details. We don't need stories. We definitely need people's names. All the names of the people that hurt you and your family. Like, please list them out. If you have addresses, we want to dox them. All that good stuff. So where do they live? What do they do? How much money do they make? What's their social security number?
Oh, gosh.
Just bullet point. Like, just kind of just process that out loud. Like, that this church hurt us, and 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 what that did to you going into ministry, and how just something so simple as that moment kind of helped break that cycle.
So really for me, there was a lot of instances of little tiny hurts in churches, but there were two like big ones that were really, I think, foundational in my life. And one was when I was 10 and my dad was let go from the church that he was pastoring. And I was a little bit oblivious, but at the same time, like the move to that church came out of nowhere. My dad wasn't even looking for a church, and then all of a sudden, like, it was just like, okay, hey, we're talking to this church. We're going to go, candidate for it, and I'm going to preach there for a weekend, and we'll see how it goes. And they ended up, wanting him to come on, and we were there for a little bit over a year and a half, and then we left. And my sister and I initially didn't even want to go there in the first place, and so for us, like, for me specifically, after that happened, I was like, I didn't even want to be here. So God, why did this happen? And it also came at a really bad time because we had finally started forming relationships with people. And so for us, like, that was just really hard. And it was really hard on my sister, especially because she was going into middle school. And so, like, for her, like, that's a big time to be making relationships with people.
Middle school is super easy. Like, it's probably the easiest part of childhood.
So easy, yeah.
Your body's changing.
All the things.
All the hormonal things that I really want to go into that
Please
are really
don't.
awkward.
Let's not.
Okay.
And so that was one thing. And I saw the effects that it had on my parents of just, like, it was hard on them because you're living in a yes, and, like, you're living in this constant, surrender of, Lord, we'll go where you want us to go. And then for that to happen, I think it was just kind of, in a way, a big slap on the face. And, I think it left them questioning for a little bit of, okay, what do we do next? And then moving past that, in 2019, we left another church after being there for 7 years. And my dad had resigned from that one. And the situation was just really messy. And
church is so easy.
It's so easy,
So easy.
I was 17 when we left that church, and so I was a lot more aware of what was going on. And, we ended up leaving that church 6 days after my grandfather's funeral. And so, in a moment when,
your
like,
grandfather dies.
Yeah.
And then they terminate your father.
Yeah. And so.
Is it like, in that, like, literally, like, burial and then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it his dad, your mom's dad?
It was his dad. So.
Like, how screwed up is that?
Yeah.
How many days after his father dies that they can him?
Yeah, it was, let's see, I think it was a week and a half after his death.
Like, it wasn't because, like, he was terrible. It was because the church was growing, right?
Yeah, it was.
How much had it grown?
That one had ebbed and flowed for a little bit. In the moment, they were in a little bit of a hard season, but we had seen, I think we had seen at least 1,000 people. We had been baptizing 100 people plus a year. It was crazy stuff. And it reminded me a lot of SOJO, like hurting people who came.
I got bad news. We're letting you go today. That's why we did the podcast so that we could do it on camera. So that was You're fired.
Yeah.
Okay. She's not fired.
No. But just this idea of, like, people from all walks of life and people who are broken and hurting, like finding a place that's home to them. That church was really special to me and to my family. And I think all of us were looking forward to going back and finding some comfort with our people after that happened, and it just didn't turn out that way. And so again, it was just kind of this spiral of brokenness. And
so I have to ask the question that
okay.
I'm sure maybe the two people that are watching right now are,
okay.
But why in the world would you go into ministry? Because, like, as much as you say, like, oh, the energy I get from worship is so beautiful, so lovely.
Yeah.
Like, that's 3 hours
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Like, there's this scene in, like, basketball, this guy named Allen Iverson, and, like, they're asking about he doesn't practice that hard. And he's like, why y'all talking about practice? Like, we talking about the game. Stop talking about practice. But, like the only way that we get to Sunday is through the preparation of Monday through Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cultivation of your heart, cultivation of my heart, cultivation of the people's hearts. And so it is that.
Yeah.
I mean, even in this week.
Yeah.
Ups, downs.
All
ups,
the things.
Downs. Literally, I got a call at 11 o'clock. Somebody I know died last night. Like, that's the reality.
Yeah.
Why are you dumb enough to do it? Why? Why in the world would you want to set yourself up for hurt? Because it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's how often, how hard. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I think the main reason is because this is what God has called me to.
That's such a spiritual answer.
Well, okay,
like,
and let me...
we ain't doing none of this Jesus stuff on this podcast.
Okay.
Right? This is the worst podcast ever. Not the holiest podcast ever. Like, I get that. Yes, God.
Right.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Let me dive deeper there.
Dive deeper.
Okay.
Tug on that thread a little bit.
Yeah. So I have, like, hardcore examined other options for jobs.
Because you make a ton of money right now. Like, you're rolling neck deep in cash, like Scrooge McDuck on DuckTales. Like, you swim in a bank full of your own money. Literally, like, you have a pool in the back of your house that has money in it. Like, it's been covered. You can't swim in water anymore. It's just money. Like, you're flowing with money.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a very lucrative career.
It really is. And so, anyway, I examined a lot of other options as a teenager, especially.
What's the weirdest one? Like,
well, I don't think any of them were weird. Like, at one point...
There's got to be something weird.
No, not really. At one point,
like egg flipper at Embassy Suites?
No. Like, nothing like that. When I was 13, I thought about... being like a chef because I really like cooking. I really do. And it's also like one of my dad's passions. And he was like,
are you like Salt Bae?
Maybe not that good. Maybe not that good. Okay.
Bryson did bake us some cookies the other day, though.
Yeah, he did.
That orange creamsicle thing.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Okay.
The coffee one was good too, but the orange creamsicle one was...
Really?
Yeah.
See, when I had that one, like, it just was not my favorite.
Yeah, it's an interesting taste.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So, like, I thought about doing that at one point. And then right after we left the church we were at for 7 years, like, I thought my parents were like, what if you looked at, like, Christian counseling and did something in counseling? And I was like, well, that's an option. But then I realized you have to do your undergrad, but then you also have to have a master's for counseling.
And then you got to do 1,000 hours of practice after that.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe not.
So you're not a hard worker, basically.
No, not at all. I'm trying to think of what other ones I've thought about. Music education was the last one right before, like, worship was kind of it. And the funny thing is, though, every time that I examined another option, like, the Lord always ended up pulling me back to worship. It would be like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this. And then I'd get, like, an opportunity to lead worship or be involved somewhere. And then it was like, no, this is what I want to do. And I even went to Liberty as a music ed major. And I was a music ed major for a semester. But even in that semester, like, the first week of classes, I was thinking about switching my major to something worship related. And I really wrestled with it for a long time just because of what I had been through and what I had seen my parents go through. And they were very wise in, like, encouraging me to pursue something that wasn't just a ministry specific degree so that I could find secular employment if I needed to, because like that's something that they struggled with. And so I did that, but then I just still felt the Lord tugging on me, being like, no, this is where I want you. And so it just kind of came to this thing of, are you going to trust me to take care of you, or are you going to rely on your fail safe? And
so now you're in it.
Yeah, now I'm in it.
What would you say? I mean, like you're 6 months in, like you've got all the T-shirts, you've got all the battle scars, I know, but like,
yeah,
how is it?
It's really good. Like it is so beautiful to be a part of something like this. To get to do something that I love for the Lord is just so, it's fun and it's crazy and it's hectic and it's stressful at times, but like at the end of the day, like I sit down and I'm like, man, I'm so blessed to get to do this. Yeah.
Paint a picture for the future. This is it. This is the last thing. Paint a picture for the future. Like you see, I'm not going to prompt it any other way than that. Like it again, I don't matter what you say. I want you to paint a picture of the future from your standpoint as you think about this church, and not the building, not the bricks, not the sticks.
Yeah.
The people.
I see growth first off. But then I also see a deeper worship culture where maybe there's a Sunday that like all we do is just sit at the feet of Jesus and worship. Obviously, all of the other things are extremely important, but there's some times where I'm like, man, I just want to linger in this moment. I just want to sit here a little bit longer.
You have full permission to do that. Seriously.
Okay. So, yeah, I would say just seeing people not afraid to express worship and to come and hear, and for it to really, truly be all about Jesus, and for the outside world to just not even exist in the hour or however long that they're in here.
My dream is that for our men, to realize that the same passion, enthusiasm they can bring to whatever it is, whether it's NASCAR or football or hunting or stocks, wherever they're at, is that they could bring that kind of passion, that abandon into this room, instead of feeling like I'm less of a man because I lift up my hands. No, you're more of a man. You're more of a man.
Absolutely.
So I desire our men to lead their families into worship. Like, grab your wife by the hand, kiss her, squeeze her hand 3 times, and put the other hand up and just sing. And, like, don't be afraid if your voice sucks, because I sure don't. Like, yeah. I think men feel like less of men if they raise their hands in worship. But, I mean, I'm sitting there watching Netflix the other day, and it's this thing on the Dallas Cowboys, America's worst team. Not America's team. America's worst team. You can leave that in the comments right there. That's the comment section right there. I'll take the comments. Them boys, nope. But anyway, I mean, they literally called the football player gods in this show. They literally talked about Cowboy Stadium being a place of worship.
Wow.
And, like, I've been to games, like, when they're winning, I mean, the energy is incredible. Just like in here, like when you feel it, it's that same kind of electric energy. It's worship.
Yeah.
Like you're worshiping something. What are you worshiping?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Join us with Rosie in the worst podcast ever. Her real name is Landis Allie Good, Landis Scott from The Office. We had a earlier cut where we discussed the best Office outtakes, like the cold opens. We eliminated Dwight and the fire call because that's the obvious. That's the GOAT. That's goated. Funny, yes. That's goated.
Yes.
Mine was Kevin's chili, and yours was?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember now. I can't even remember.
Asian Jim.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Asian Jim. Asian Jim. Thanks for watching the worst podcast